you want to defend this wrestler, man? Do you want to put Goldberg on the map right now? Because we already talking about legends coming back, and he's been the main legend making his comeback all the time now.
Oh, hey, man, since we're at it, man, let's just talk about the guy who's coming back to not do a damn thing, a.k.a. Bill the Trash Goldberg, man. Let's talk about this place. Just trash, man. How do you defend this clown, man? How? No, seriously, answer me, because I'm like looking at this man every week, because I'm slowly watching a lot of WCW wrestling. Pretty much, this man is a pretty much 1-for-1 Stone Cold Steve Austin. His whole gimmick was, I'm supposed to be the badass to come in and walk in and beat everybody up and leave. But then you realize something. There's no substance. He can't barely talk on the mic. He can't do anything right. And then you want him around your top talent when he injures them? Like, bro, who wants Goldberg? Who likes Goldberg, man? Like, how? And then it's like,
God damn.
It's like this. I say the best thing about Goldberg's is entrance. Once he gets in the ring, it all goes downhill, man. I look at Goldberg, I'm like, man, Edge gave me a better spirit than you, bro. There is nothing favorable about you, bro. And it's like you could have done so much more with this character of Goldberg, but instead, what do? We let this man get jumped, and then what? Give the belt to Kevin Nash just so he can give it back to Hogan? Like, bro, it was a clown show. And then you went to WWE. You took the belt from The Rock, if I'm not mistaken, and did nothing. God dang it, man. And then on added notice, it's like, bro, I think Goldberg be meatheading it up too much, man. He breaks his own hand in the middle of his own promo. How do you do that, bro? And then on top of that, let's talk about when he faced what's it called? Undertaker, Goldberg versus Eldertaker in the middle of the desert, man. Like, god dang it. He could have taken out your favorite wrestler, The Undertaker. He could have essentially eliminated him, written his name in the death note,
Eliminated,
deleted. That was one of the worst. How do you injure yourself? Oh my god, man. Like, I just don't get it, man. That was a horror show, man. Because I remember I watched that just so I can see what's going on with WWE, because I was getting emotion. I was like, Goldberg should never step in the ring again, man. Never. God dang it. And then just to put the cherry on top, man, he was the man to eliminate Bret Hart. I understand Bret doesn't hold no hard feelings or grudges about it, but I do. Because god dang it, man. It just shows that this man is nothing but an unsafe clown show ready to happen. And the fact that people like him is crazy to me. And every time I watch I was never a fan of Goldberg, man. Ever. And then I even got to talk to my stepdad about Goldberg. Man, I found out the streak was inflated. Found out they were pumping in noise for this man. And then I found out they were just handing out free merch for the dude. They were trying to artificially create a Stone Cold Steve Austin, but with none of the technical talent or the mic skills. You just had pretty much an athlete out there who can barely be an athlete. Congratulations, you played yourself. God dang it, man. No, defend Goldberg. Give me a Goldberg match. Give me something that makes Goldberg work.
Let me play this for you first. Come on now. Let me play.
No, don't play that clown ass freaking theme song. Oh man, he did. There we go.
Then they knock on the door, John. That intensity builds up. He busts through the door.
He needs the police force to come out and escort him. Jesus Christ.
He busts through the door. Matter of fact, I'm gonna talk about Goldberg with the theme song playing in the background. Actually,
God, here we go.
Just bring it in. Just breathe it in. He brings the intensity. Goldberg brings intensity that nobody can ever match in the history of wrestling. Goldberg's intensity is on a whole nother level. You talked about Edge's spear? Edge spear? Come on now. He ain't got no spear like Goldberg. The Goldberg spear, this man was decapitating people. This man was taking people out. That was a spear from the NFL. Goldberg is on another level. Now, I'm not going to talk about the Goldberg nowadays, because Goldberg nowadays, he's inspiring his son. I'm talking about the Goldberg I grew up watching in WCW. That Goldberg was the man. That Goldberg, come on now, the entrance, that is one of the greatest entrances of all time. Come on now.
All style, no substance.
Like, come on now, the man is getting hit by pyro. Like, what are we saying right now? Can you stand in the midst of pyro and get hit? Can you stand in the midst of pyro and get hit? Can you do that? Goldberg would come out there and he would just establish a different intensity level. Now, the man, I can't say that he's had the greatest matches of all time. Okay, Goldberg, I'm turning down the music. I can't say that he has the greatest the greatest matches of all time. But people don't talk. I mean, I actually like that first run with the WWE. You said he beat The Rock. I think he beat Triple H a couple times. During that time, the Elimination Chamber got introduced. And that one of the first maybe that was the second Elimination Chamber with
because RVD, Kane, and Shawn Michaels and Triple H were in, because this was the return of Shawn.
Yeah, that was the first one, but the second one, I can make an argument that that's the best Elimination Chamber match out of all the Elimination Chambers in history, because Goldberg, I think he speared Chris Jericho through the glass. I remember Goldberg just came out wrecking havoc, and he was supposed to win that match, but you had Evolution still. You had Evolution stopping Goldberg from getting over. I actually like that time with Goldberg. He ended up eventually beating Triple H, becoming the heavyweight champion. Goldberg, he didn't have the best match with Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania, but then they rewrote that because he came back and then he fought Brock Lesnar again. He rewrote his wrongs. Now, the Undertaker one, man, that one was a little bit disappointment, but we ain't going to talk about that. We're going to talk about the good times with Goldberg.
Or we can talk about how he squashed the Fiend and then did nothing with it.
Oh.
You do that, I'm more than happy to do that.
Oh, see, now when you bring up the Fiend, that goes back to the changes again. WWE need to make some changes with that one. Now we ain't even got the Fiend no more. But Goldberg, we still got Goldberg, though. That's all we need. That's all we need. We ain't got the Fiend no more. We ain't got Braun Strowman. But guess what? We still got Goldberg.
Oh my God.
We still got Goldberg. Now, I will defend Goldberg to the end, because that man, I grew up watching Stone Cold was my favorite wrestler in the WWE, and Goldberg was my favorite wrestler in the WCW. Goldberg was, man, you know how many times I would just get intense? I'll get hyped up. I'll get motivation watching Goldberg. Come on now. Goldberg, there got to be some Goldberg fans out there. Some real ones.
How about this, man? I need you to give me 2 good Goldberg matches that don't count, that don't have Diamond Dallas Page in it. And I'll sit there and wait and watch them with you. Because I don't think he really does have a good match.
We still may end up getting another good Goldberg match.
You know what's funny though? I got the match to take some time and just go scour the internet just so I can go find Goldberg versus Brock Lesnar part 2, because I hadn't seen it.
Part 2 was actually pretty decent. I mean, it was,
because I remember he steamrolled Brock in 2 minutes.
Oh yeah.
Which is kind of ridiculous because Brock was steamrolling everybody else in that similar amount of time. And then, how long was their match at Mania?
I think that one was about 10, 12 minutes or something like that. That match was actually probably Goldberg's best match since, like, during this time of him coming back. Like, that was probably his best match, because that match actually, they did it right. Like, Goldberg spears him through the barricade. Brock, there's actually some good moments in that. Like I'll give that match actually ain't bad. That one's better than the first one for sure. And then it's probably his best match since he's come back, actually. So you could check out that one. That one ain't bad. It ain't as like quick as when he steamrolled Brock too. So that one I definitely would recommend. I mean, I can't say it's a great match, because I mean, my standards of great matches is like Seth Rollins versus Edge at SummerSlam. Like, now that's a great match. Like, but Goldberg gives you good moments. I don't know if he gives you great matches. He gives you moments that you're gonna remember.
So we can say it like this: he's there to entertain you, And he's really good at entertaining people.
Mm-hmm. Come on now.
I guess.
You're next. Come on
Yeah,
now.
on the injury list, you're damn right.
Hey, but he gonna take you out nonetheless. He gonna take you out. That's what his job was. Goldberg's job was to come in there, was to take names and keep on moving and become champion. Get people intense, get people hyped up, spear a couple people, jackhammer a couple people, and get up out of there. And that's what he's still doing to this very day. He's still doing it. Hey, I can't wait to see if his son gonna really commit to being a wrestler. His son gotta get stronger though if he gonna follow Goldberg's
I do know that's one
steps.
thing I do like about Goldberg. He actually does run a gym down here, somewhere around here in Atlanta. He's actually helping people train and get nice. I would like to see his son make like a name for himself. I'd rather him go to UFC and get a couple wins under his belt and then come to like the WWE or AEW or Ring of Honor, do his thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But shout out to Goldberg, man. You're next, John. So you better watch out because you may end up getting speared through like a little grocery store if you see
Shoot, man. I was two-step and electric slide right out the way, man. He's gonna just end up on his own little obituary.
Two-step. I want
Here
to
like
see you
Goldberg.
two-step.
He couldn't hit this man.
I want to see you two-step.